All right, guys, we're going to talk about how to set up the dihedral on the wings on a J-3 Cub and how to set up the washout on the wings. So first of all, what you would do is you would take your struts, and normally they're around 3 to 4 turns out on these universe struts on your fork. So it's about 3 to 4 turns out past the nut that is on the fork. And that's a good starting point. So just set your front struts at about 3 to 4 turns out. Once you get the wings on, then what you want to do is up on top of the windshield where the front spars come in and connect together at, on top of the A-frame here on the frame. So at that top plate right there, you want to take a string and pull a string from wingtip to wingtip going straight across the top of the front spar. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take a tape measure and you're going to set your tape measure on top of the flat surface up there where the wings bolt on. And you want to be around
4 1/4.
So on your
Dihedral.
what you're going to do is you're going to adjust. So if you go out, say 5 turns out on that side, then you want to make sure you go out 5 turns out on the opposite side on your front fork. So the front forks need to be exactly dead on the money, the same amount of turns out. So if it's 4 1/2 turns out, set the other side 4 1/2 turns out. So and then when you're doing the washout, you're going to set a level, and we'll demonstrate that in just a second. But you want to, if you don't have a smart level, what you want to do is you want to raise the tail end of the plane up, kind of like how I have it, and set your level. You can either do it on the upper longeron between the throttles or on the door frame right here on the lower longeron of the door. So that's normally the best place there to do it, is just set your level here. And once you get it set, then you're going to take a 30-inch, a block or whatever, and have a little 3/8 of an inch block on the end of that, so you can set your washout. But we'll show you how we do that. All right, guys, we're going to talk about how to set the washout. It's pretty simple, but there's directions there on the Piper. You can find them there on different stuff about Piper aircraft or whatever. But the first thing there you do, if you don't have a digital level, is you want to raise the tail up like I've got here in the back, which I don't have it dead level. I've just got it picked up to make it easier to set everything else here up. But if you got a smart level, what you want to do is you'll set the level on the door post. Now on the directions there for the Piper, the Piper directions there says to level it on the upper longeron between the 2 throttle levers, or you can do it right here on the door, on the lower door longeron. It's about the same, pretty much the same thing here. So if you got a smart level, you just turn it on and zero it out. Now you can do this with the tail in the air or with the tail on the ground. If the tail's on the ground, you'll just set your smart level on here, and then you'll hit it and zero it out to where it's beeping like so. And then you'll come out here to the end of the wing, out here on the end, and what you want is you want something exactly 30 inches long, and I just use just an old piece of plywood here. And then you want to take a 3/8 of an inch thick block and tape it or however on the end of this, on your straight edge, 30-inch straight edge here. And you want to put the 3/8 block at the back of the wing, kind of straight in line with where your struts bolt on. And you come out here to the outside rib of the aileron, and you'll set the level and the block out here about right in line with your struts. And then what you'll do is you'll come back out here on the end where the forks go on to the fuselage, and you'll just get somebody. It's better to have 2 people when doing this, but you'll raise the wing up and you'll take the strut loose from the fuselage right here, and you'll run your fork in or out to try to get that twist right in the wing. All right, and also whenever you go to set up your jury struts on here, and the reason there why I'm trying to make a video on this right here and just kind of showing how to do this or whatever, because I've searched all over the YouTube, and I hadn't really had good results on finding, you know, any kind of videos on, you know, demonstrating how this goes and how to set up a J3 you know, wing with washout and everything being just right. And if you use a digital level, then, you know, chances are it's going to fly hands off when you get everything there adjusted and set up right. But whenever you're setting up for your jury struts, the best thing there, how I come about doing it, was I pull a string between this bracket and that bracket back here, and then I tie a string on and just hang a couple of bolts or something here on it, you know, for a weight, kind of like a plumb bob. I've got it tied on to where I can just kind of slide it back and forth and kind of get an idea around about where these jury struts are going to hit at. But really and truly, once you get the struts on up here and you get them all bolted on, they're gonna be within, you know, maybe 1/8 of an inch of around about where this plumb bob is gonna hit at on here. But just kind of gives you a better idea of about where they're gonna set at, and to try to get everything there square and level and straight and everything. But anyways, that's how you do that. All right, guys, that's how we set the washout and get your dihedral set on the wings. If you have any questions or anything like that, just leave them down in the comment section there below, and I'll be more than glad to help you out any way I can. So if you hadn't hit that like button, be sure to hit the like button. And if you hadn't subscribed to the channel, be sure to subscribe, because we're not too far away from having this girl here in the air. So anyways, thank you for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. See ya.